Rams bidding farewell to their old home. As much as I dislike the Rams in this. Wow, they had double home games in a row. They get the win.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the
loving those uniforms, that nice crisp contrast.
Yeah, it's going to be
the black
interesting to see how the
pants
coaches review that, right? What the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll go with the ground attack here. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's go! Brad 38!
They're going to look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And take it right on the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, Just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The starters now on the defensive side of the ball for Indianapolis. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost, and it looks like offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
James Boswell sacks him so hard he fumbles into
And
the
you know, a
safety.
man who sat in my chair the
Kind of
last
mad
few
that
years,
wasn't
he
a
has a
TD,
theory.
but at
These
the same
plays,
time
these
it gives me
safeties
an
are
extra
so
option for
rare.
9
Maybe they
points
should be
instead of
worth
7.
more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great
What I'm
point.
going to
I
assume
really do, Brandon.
is why
But I would go ahead
Miles,
and up it to 6. I'm
Franklin
a
Miles
former
there, just
defender.
didn't grab
To
the
me,
ball.
that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Go, 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 and run it, run! Last stop! Last stop!
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And yep, as a result, knocks it down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through.
There we go. Got the full 9. Scared for a second, but then we're going to get...
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing it.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A gain of 32 that time. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And an alley to run. Wow, evasive.
Make them miss.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 59 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33.
Oh,
He will not go down.
have to retape those ankles.
That's not
Now
cool.
it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, check. 3 down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end
Perfect
zone.
throw and pass.
Touchdown,
And whoever that was,
Steelers.
just watched him celebrate.
A great effort there in the
That's
final
what
seconds of
this
the first
offseason,
half.
right?
And the
And he
Steelers
hasn't been
offense, they
re-signed.
continue to pour it on.
That play right there,
And he's got it up and through.
probably going to hurt the amount of money you can make. More than anything else.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Red 38.
And they will take a knee here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll kick things off in the AFC North. Two teams with intertwined histories, to say the least. Baltimore playing host to Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals might be wondering if it's time to call off the Dogs. At 4-10 already, victories now just hurt their draft status for next April. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Able to spin free. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season?